Hey there everyone, and welcome to another video from the Retro Game Planet. And today I'm going to be looking at another new Amiga game. It's Emotiworld, which was released by Amiten Games in May 2022. And you play the role of Marcelo, an emoji that has to collect hearts from a dark cavern where the bad dudes live. It's available in a number of formats, and I'll leave a link in the video description so you can have a look at it yourself. But let's get into it and have a look at how it plays. Okay, here we go then. So Marcelo is a yellow emoji, a face emoji, with sunglasses. A happy chappy, as you'll see. But unfortunately, in these well-drawn levels, there are some very angry emojis that are trying to kill us. So not only have you got them as an enemy, these little blue sort of things here are going to kill you if you go across them. They'll slice you up. And you've also got a time factor, so if you don't complete the level by the time the time runs out, you're also going to lose a life there. But a fairly straightforward start to the journey, as expected. A nice, easy open level. And while level 2 loads, just a reminder to smash that like button if you want to see more newer Commodore Amiga games on the channel. Also, if you like the game in general and the video, and any comments will be much appreciated. Okay, level 2, here we go. So we've got a few more of them blue sections and more emojis to contend with. At the moment, the good thing is that the enemies are pretty much sort of within their own sphere. So what I mean by that is you just need to look at, as you move into a section, you just need to look at the pattern for one emoji, and then you can get in there and easily sort of get the hearts and get out. Now later on, that's going to get more complicated, because you're going to find emojis that are starting to cross each other. So you've got to look at the way a couple of them move to survive and collect the hearts. But it is a cool little game. It's obviously made better by the fact it's emojis. What's not to like about that? And it's very addictive. It becomes more challenging, as I'm sure you're going to see as I progress. So this section here, you just need to navigate it carefully. Just one more move and you're going to get sliced up in that blue section. I'm glad to have got that bit out of the way. So that just allows me to ask you to consider subscribing to this channel. And if you do, make sure you don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single thing going forward. Okay, so coming towards the end of level 3. I almost feel like the first couple of levels are fairly like practice levels. Not a lot really to bother you, but business does pick up soon, and there are going to be different emoji enemies, as you'll see hopefully as we get towards level 5. But let's get 4 done first, because on this one we have a different element, and this is the first time where you're going to have to contend with emojis crossing paths, and therefore not just having a look at where one emoji is before you move up or move around. You also need to look at where another one is. So on this particular one, there's kind of 3 at the same area where you're going to have to keep an eye on them. I've done that like an expert, which I can assure you I absolutely am not. Okay, here we go. Let's get these last few here. And then there's just this final zone where there isn't really any emojis going on. Now, the time is a big factor here, so I've only got 16 seconds left. So you've got to keep an eye on that. You can't just take your time on this. You've also got to beat the clock, which is what gives you the extra challenge. But level 5, this is usually where it starts to unravel for me on practice levels, so let's see if I can actually do that. And we've also got ghosts to contend with. So just a bit of variation there in terms of the emoji enemy. So I'm just going to carefully get these. Okay, here we go. So I just need to now consider my next step. So I've done alright so far. Slightly nervous about the clock on this one. That's usually where it catches you out. And what's important to note is when you die, you'll continue off where you left off in terms of the number of hearts left, but you'll start back in the starting position of the level. And then the second thing is the clock doesn't reset, so you could quite easily lose lives very quickly. Well, that is the first time I've actually got level 5 done and not lost a life. So we're now in uncharted waters. Here we go. What does level 6 have to offer? Okay, so we've now got 2 types of enemies. I don't even know what that is. I took a gamble at going on top of it, but it's just a lantern, nothing to worry about. So, all of a sudden, business is picking up. That time isn't going any slower. 42 seconds left already, but I've done the top half. It looks like the challenge here is just getting through. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, I'm past. Oh, look at that. Right, okay. Calm. Stay calm. There's nothing to worry about here. Right, so just now I need to get across. Oh, nearly died. And I've got this last section to do. I've done it. Well, we really are now going into the depths here. So level 7 and still not a life lost. So I've saved the best for the video, which is always a good thing. But again, you can probably tell by my commentary on this, I'm really enjoying this game. It is a very simple concept, but very addictive. It can get frustrating. What you tend to find is when you lose your first life, the rest of them go really quickly. I don't like the look of this. Now that is intelligence. For the first time, we've got an intelligent emoji here. So that ghost is actually following me. So I am not happy with that. Oh, look at it. Oh my goodness. Wowzers. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh, what do I do? I'm panicking. I've got 19 seconds to go. Right, we've loaded it out. I'm going to have to go in and get that one. Oh, I've lost a life. I mean, that might do me a bit of a favour, actually, because that ghost is going to get lured away a little bit. But look at the time. 7 seconds to go. Oh, I've lost another life. You see, this is it now. I've got 2 seconds. And that's it. Oh, how annoying. It unravelled. I have 1 heart left to go. That is such a fun game. Now, you do get 3 continues. And, of course, you could continue on from this level if you wanted to. But I'm not going to. That is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a ton of fun to play. You have to play it. But thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.